All right, here are my thoughts on the Last of Us TV show. So, as someone who's played the game, I thought it was really good. I think they did a really good job at capturing those little moments in the game where you just kind of admire the scenery or, the guitar, the acoustic guitar is playing in the background, the theme. They kept that theme throughout the show, which I thought was really nice. They nailed, like I said, just all those small moments in terms of scenery, and the set design was awesome. I I was so floored at points at how accurate it was. Um, Even if there were small changes, it didn't bother me really. I think it just kept it took from the game the good parts from the game, set wise and scenery wise, and they made it so good. I thought Bella Ramsey, who plays Ellie, just absolutely killed it. Same with Pedro, but I'm gonna say Bella probably captured Ellie's vibe a bit better than Pedro did. Not to say Pedro was bad, but I just think Bella was awesome. I think she was the perfect pick. She really made the show a lot better. Yeah, and their whole relationship, how it's explored, it's like I said, they do change things from the game, whether it's just bits of dialogue. Like obviously, they're not going to keep everything the same, but man, it was just so good seeing their relationship grow, and they changed things from the first episode, which was an amazing start. They added this interview from earlier in the time, earlier as in way before you get introduced to Joel or Ellie, or just way before any sort of apocalypse happens. And it's a really good setup in terms of just a zombie apocalypse environment. But speaking of that, where I would say my complaints would probably lie with the fact that I just wanted more zombies, I just think there should have been more. They weren't in every episode, not that I guess they need to be, but in some of the episodes where it's just Joel and Ellie just, trekking, it would be nice if they just ran into one zombie. Just literally one or two, and you showed their combat skills, especially because of how the show ends in terms of combat, which I'm not gonna spoil, but yeah. And also, one of my main complaints watching the show before it finished, now that it has finished, I didn't like episodes 3 and 7, and I don't think a lot of people did. I guess they were mixed, you could say. I didn't like how they spent a whole episode in backstory. These hour-long episodes, just majority backstory, and I don't think it was necessary. I really think it, as I was watching it, I thought it really weighed down the show a lot. But now that I've finished it, it does still add to it, and I wouldn't say it's a massive problem that I have anymore. It's just still, I think it's, like I said, they spent an hour doing a flashback scene. I think that time could have been used more wisely. I think if it was points where there was a flashback, but they spent maybe 20 or 15, 20 minutes on it, it could have made more of an impact. So yeah, when I say changes they made to the show that were different to the game, it's mainly got to do with the flashbacks in terms of how you progress in the story. But regardless, I thought it was excellent. Especially in the first 2 episodes when they do fight those zombies or the zombie interaction, it's awesome. The makeup design was excellent. I thought it was cool how they had the voice actors for Joel and Ellie actually being in the show. That was great. And yeah, they just nailed it. I thought they did a really, really good job. I don't have many complaints besides just the few flashback episodes. Yeah, they really, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, considering how much I love the game. But yeah, I've only got good things to say about it. I would recommend both playing it and watching it. I imagine if you watch it and you have a lot of complaints, you wouldn't find those complaints in the game, or the problems that you have with the show would just be fixed if you played the game. So I would say the game is, definitely better, which is what we expected. But from Pedro to Bella to to the sound design to the set design, and just how they made good changes and took risks, which I can respect. I thought it was just all really good. I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10.